Play to earn games to make money. It's the number one thing that's searched for when it comes to crypto gaming. And today, I'm going to be giving you the 4 ones that you should actually be looking at, not any of those really cringe AI-generated videos that give you the bad alpha. I'm telling you, the one and the only from the experienced play to earn gaming content creator. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So very quickly, I want to go over the gaming market. It isn't going crazy right now, so don't expect to make $3 billion off of a play to airdrop event. But nonetheless, it is still in prime conditions for you to get into tokens at very low valuations. I'm talking about those valuations that you go ahead and dream of, the $10 million to $1 billion dream runs. So getting into play to airdrops now and accumulating these coins that you really believe in is absolutely amazing, especially considering we're having the elections next month. There's a lot of uncertainty that's going to leave the markets, and that's going to be good. Going to be very good for the gaming markets. So let's get into the first game. So it's Play Riftstorm. This used to be called Mythic Protocol. I first learned of this game back in NFT NYC. I actually really like this game. It is a co-op roguelite. It is the flagship game of 𝐍𝐤. 𝐍𝐤 is practically the biggest game publisher of the entire Arbitrum network. And so there's a ton of hype here in regards to what Riftstorm is building. It is, that big roguelite RPG game. You could do it co-op. You get abilities while playing the game. It reminds me a ton of Hades. If you've ever played it, Hades 2 is in early access right now. A lot of people are getting reintroduced to the series. It actually, at one point or another, was actually #1 trending on Steam. So clearly, there's a lot of hype in regards to what Riftstorm is building. Now, what's going on with Riftstorm? How can we take best advantage of this opportunity? Well, the #1 thing we can do is proof of exposure. Now, proof of exposure, it's a big thing that's coming up. It's in regards to the evidence of your past achievements. And it's going ahead and giving you eligibility to some spicy stuff. On-chain value. We all love on-chain value. There's an upcoming XPSR-24 collection, which is intricately linked to the FICT1 universe created by Confliction Labs. Holders of these NFTs will represent humanity's elite, tasked with joining a restricted program to combat the cosmic and eldritch creatures known as mythics. So, of course, there's going to be value in regards to this NFT collection, right? There is actually a play to airdrop event. As you can see, I'm level 0 right now. I haven't actually had the privilege of playing it, but I know a lot of people that are really hyped for it. Yeah, and so if you're someone that's big into roguelites, this is going to be happening until about October 30th. So you have 5 days from the day of this upload to take best advantage of what Riftstorm is doing. On top of that, if you're someone that's very competitive, there is actually a $3,000 prize pool in regards to just this 2-week playtest. We can assume that there are going to be future playtests, and in these future playtests, you're going to be able to compete for increasingly larger prize pools. So that's Riftstorm for you. I'm really hyped for it because of that 𝐍𝐤 Games flagship narrative. It is a game that has been built for quite some time, already looked good 2 years ago, and now, of course, is topping charts. So clearly, it's a sticky game, and it's a game that's actually worth your time. And second one is Play Off the Grid. Now, Off the Grid is right now possibly the most popular crypto game in history. Not in terms of the Axie Infinity Ponzi. I'm sure Axie Infinity probably made people and lost people more money, but in regards to actual exposure to mainstream influencers. They got Ninja, Tim the Tatman, XQC, I can go on and on and on about all of the people that have ended up playing Off the Grid at this point. This game is nowhere near finished, by the way. It's in early access right now, which is why I want to talk about it. Right now, they are getting ready for their mainnet release of their 𝐵𝐴𝐻 token. This is their ecosystem token. They have nodes attached and everything in between. If you get onto Off the Grid, as you can see over here, I have weapons and I have cyber limbs. They're all in the epic rarity because I bought them with the 𝐵𝐴𝐻 tokens, and I've used some money in game to call a loadout. It's very important to keep in mind that when it comes to games like this, the collectible part is very important. As you can see here, I have a special skin. I have another special skin right there. And I have, of course, my loadout that looks pretty awesome. That's all sellable for the 𝐵𝐴𝐻 token. If you're farming for this right now, do not stack the 𝐵𝐴𝐻 token because it will be wiped on the mainnet release most likely. And so you're going to want to go ahead and purchase these rare skins that aren't going for a crazy amount. I've been able to find Mavinga skins It's just a weapon in the game for like 15 guns tokens. You stack a ton of them, and the second the game releases, presumably these guns tokens will be worth something, and probably a lot because it's got a ton of hype right now, and you'll be able to sell it for actual currency. So right now, the play to airdrop event for this game is essentially farming for skins, farming for this guns token, buying the OTG Pro, and taking best advantage of it. I played an absolutely ridiculous amount of this game over the past week, 201 matches. So very clearly, this to me is a no-brainer, an absolute no-brainer of a game. And I think it'll continue to scale as this game gets closer and closer to its full release, which I suspect will probably be sometime in early next year. So grind now, get good at it, because there are going to be competitions. They've already set it on their Off the Grid Pro weekly tournaments. We will suspect that this is going to be in regards to their guns token. If you're good at the best crypto game in history, then clearly you're going to be benefiting an absolute ton. Off the Grid is built by Godzilla Games. They aren't just doing Off the Grid. It seems like they're an ecosystem play. And so there's a lot to look forward to when it comes to Off the Grid. The next one is Blast Royale. Now Blast Royale, just full disclosure here, they're sponsor of the channel. They have gone ahead and done some pretty cool stuff. Blast Royale is one of the big games building on Immutable. Immutable hasn't really had a big win in a long time. So I think that they're doubling down here and making sure, of course, that Blast Royale will be that success that carries Immutable forward. Blast Royale right now has their Noob Airdrop campaign where you can actually play the game and earn noob tokens, literally just playing the game. I mean, I think it's pretty sick stuff. I think right now, more than ever, these play to airdrop campaigns are becoming more and more focused on just gameplay. As you can see, the game, it's already pretty solid. This is a mobile game. It is a battle royale-based game. It is pretty simply put, one of the better crypto games in the industry. And so they have gone ahead and actually changed their tokenomics here to favor the people that are actually doing this play to airdrop. So they lowered the valuation like a crazy amount. They're doing 94% of all claimable noob tokens at TGE are being reserved just for the community. They're also right now doing an event with Immutable. It'll be over by the time you go ahead and see it, but this is something you should know, that IMX is investing their time and money into what Noob is building. As you can see here, people are farming Immutable X tokens inside of the game, and these are, yes, actually redeemable for actual money. It's automatic here, as you could see. Also, they went ahead and changed to a 10 million FDV round, which is kind of insane to me. I believe that we're getting to that point in the crypto cycle where all of these gaming projects are launching at such low valuations that they just do well. I mean, they just do well when they launch. A great example of that is Seed World, which launched even lower than what their launch price is for the early investors. And now they're at an $82 million fully diluted valuation, which is absolutely insane, without actually prioritizing any centralized exchanges. They launched on full dexes. I think this is a trend that's going to continue. It's already proven its success with Xborg. Now it's proving its success with Seed World. So I think games like Blast Royale that are launching at these insanely low valuations are going to prove to be community first and are going to do well. They have, over 85,000 DAU, 20 million impressions, and over 2 million noobs that were actually spent in the game. So definitely a lot of demand there. And I think in terms of my IMX pick of the month, it's definitely going to be Blast Royale, no-brainer right now. Far Away. Now, Far Away is a bit of an interesting one. There's nothing happening exactly right now, but they did announce their F-chain. If you didn't know, we're big into nodes on the channel. I talk about nodes all the time, so I'm really in the know when it comes to nodes. AVAX is really putting a lot of resources into what F-chain is building. Far Away, if you did not know, they built Dooky Dash. Dooky Dash is the one and only game that had a metric ton of hype way back in the day for what Bored Ape Yacht Club was building. Someone won over $1 million. His name was Mongrel off just playing Dooky Dash. So there's a lot of potential there, and there still is a lot of potential. It's not like it's gone away magically. I actually went ahead and played one of their games called Shatterlime. in an in-person tournament. I'm sure they're going to have tournaments for this game, but this isn't actually why I put Faraway on this list. It's definitely not just because of Shadowline. It's because of their attachment to 𝐴peCoin right now. So 𝐴peCoin recently launched their layer 2 on Arbitrum Orbit, and they went up a lot. It's mostly because of meme coins being built on 𝐴peCoin, NFTs, etc. It's not gaming related per se, but nonetheless, there is more attention to being put onto the 𝐴peCoin ecosystem. And so how do we take best advantage of this? Well, if you didn't know, by playing Dooky Dash, which I can just show it very quickly, it's a really simple game. It's an endless runner. You just have to go ahead and dodge stuff. And then, of course, if you get huge multipliers and you get a huge score, then you win. You pretty much win. And so for me, you play this game, if you're good at this game, there's a 20,000 𝐴pe grand prize. And right now that's about $20,000, give or take, a little bit more than that. And you go ahead and qualify for this by being one of the top players on Dooky Dash. So if you're actually good at Dooky Dash, this is something that's going to continue to happen. It's not just going to magically go away. You get these golden plungers, which are awesome because they give you a lot of stuff. They have an esports competition, as you can see here, which features a $1 million prize pool. And going into their actual website, you'll see that golden plungers are your pass to the esports tournament at the end of a season and are also tradable NFTs. Each season lasts 3 months, and only golden plunger holders can enter the esports tournament for that season. So that's that 20,000 𝐴pe pool. You're going to need that golden plunger. 250 is the supply. So if you're top 250, you're going to be able to get inside of that. And they also, of course, have mystery boxes, which are going to contain in-game prizes like characters, vehicles, and banners. I know some people that are building skins inside of the Dooky Dash verse, and they're earning a pretty solid income, to say the least. So those are the play to airdrop, play to earn games that you should be looking at right now. These are actual quality, no BS, no nothing. This is the real deal. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop that like, subscribe so you don't miss out on more alpha in the crypto gaming space. Until the next time, I'll see y'all later.